Hey, and welcome to Grow It Girl. If you're new here, my name is Megan. I live in Barrie, Ontario, which is Zone 5B. Today we're going to be chatting about seed starting on a budget. So if you like to learn some budget-friendly tips, grab a cup of coffee or a glass of wine and let's get started. This can be very daunting for some people, and I completely understand why. The time, the space, the money. So what I want to tell you is it doesn't have to be all or nothing. You don't have to have everything to get started. You can do a few seeds inside and then buy a few started plants and then plant the rest right out in your garden. If you watched my last video, you would know that I didn't have a heat mat last year or a grow light and not a lot of materials. And despite all of that, I had a great growing season. So if you're skeptical about it or you're worried that you need all these things, you absolutely don't. The first thing I'm going to talk to you about is seeds. So if you're like me, you want to buy all the fruits and vegetables, all the varieties, and all I can say is don't. Plan your garden so then you're only buying and planting exactly what you need. Quite often you can spend lots of money on seeds and then it kind of defeats the purpose of seed starting because it is more budget friendly. Also, if you didn't know, seeds come with an expiration date. Let's see. This one is from the dollar store, so it doesn't have one, so you get what you buy. But this one is from Baker Creek, and it definitely has one on it. It is packed and sold for 2021. So in 2022, 23, 24, you can still plant these. There's just a good chance that the germination rate will decrease each year. So same with these. There's many more seeds in this one compared to this one, but on the cheaper seeds, I tend to plant more just in case the germination rate is lower. You can buy seeds pretty much anywhere, the dollar store, Walmart, any hardware store, Amazon, seed companies online. And what I noticed is that the more rare of the seeds, the more expensive they are, of course. So some of them I have that are 4 for $1, and then other ones that are, 25 seeds for closer to $4, which is on the higher end. So you can definitely decide what you want to spend your money on and what you want to plant in your garden. I have no problem buying all of my seeds from the dollar store and having a great harvest. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Another great way to save money on seeds is to just buy a few packs and then join seed swaps. So those can happen online and pre the pandemic in person. You can also look at your local library. A lot of them do seed swaps there. And then also on Facebook and Marketplace. So the home gardening community is growing at a rapid pace. And I'm sure if you posted on your Facebook, there would be someone who would be willing to either share with you or swap with you. Hey, if you're watching this video and you want to do a seed swap with me, just leave a comment and I'll get in touch with you. I'd be more than happy to share. So the next topic I want to talk to you about is pots and trays for seed starting. So if you're just getting started and you're not sure if you're going to enjoy it, or you don't know if you're going to be doing it for a long time, then I wouldn't recommend going and spending a lot of money on pots and trays. I found a few very inexpensive ones at the dollar store and they will definitely do the job. So let's hop right in. So the first one is this green one that I'm going to share on the screen. It has a potting tray for the dirt and the seeds. It has a bottom water tray and then also a dome that goes on top. So it is exactly what you need to start a few seeds, and actually the cells are pretty large as well, so you won't have to repot them very early. The only thing about this one is it is very flimsy, so I wouldn't recommend moving around. Kind of just plant it, keep it there until you need to repot it or transfer it out to the garden. Very, very flimsy. The second one I have here is actually more of a kit, which is pretty awesome. So it comes with a bottom watering tray, a dome, and then it also comes with these trays and pots as well. So these are awesome. You can plant them, right into the garden, not have to worry about taking the plant out, disrupting the roots. You can go just straight into the garden, as well as if you cut these up and put them in the garden too. It also comes with some labels and then some planting tools and a pencil. So for, the couple dollars that it is, this is great value. The only downfall to this is these are not reusable, but everything else is. So you can use the tags again, you can use the tray again. All in all, a really good purchase. So I'm excited to use that. I didn't use a lot of these last year, but I have heard from a lot of gardeners that they were worried about the moisture staying in these. So just keep an eye on them and make sure that your plants are always well watered. The third option that I found were these pots. They came in a pack of 5 for $1.25. I wouldn't recommend them. They're a good size, but they are, paper thin. I don't know if these are going to last another season, so I would at least like to get 2 to 3 seasons out of the stuff that I buy, but this I don't know if it'll last. So I wouldn't recommend these. An alternate to these and better value would be just a pack of solo cups. So these are pretty much the same size, and these come in a pack of 20 or so, and these are only in a pack of 5. So what I do is just poke some holes in the bottom and then put them on a plastic boot mat from the dollar store, and they do just as good or better. This is actually from last year as well. The fourth and final option, and it's probably one of my favorites, is I bought some started plants last year from, I think this one was from our grocery store. I've also bought some from our garden center that's nearby. But these are pretty sturdy and they work wonders. So I just clean them and I will be reusing them this year. A few extra things that I found from the dollar store that I'm going to be using. The first one is a spray bottle. So I just spray the soil after I've planted the seeds just to keep it moist. And then after that, I will probably be bottom watering them. The second thing, I used these last year, is I just bought a pack of these white spoons from the dollar store. And these were my plant labels. So I just used permanent marker and plop them in the garden so I knew what was growing in each spot. These worked very well. And the last tip, I actually got this from one of my friends. So this looks like a shower cap, but it's actually for to cover bowls and just keeps the bugs out. But what I'm going to be doing is for these ones that I don't have tall enough domes for, I'm going to be putting dirt, my seeds, and then I'm just going to be plopping this on top. And it gives a little bit of a barrier so the heat can retain inside, and hopefully it will give it some moisture. So we'll see how this goes. I'll keep you updated, but this is a fantastic hack that I am really excited to try. If you learned something new from this video, don't forget to give it a like. In the comments, I would love to hear where you're watching from. And if you like to watch more videos, don't forget to subscribe or follow me on Instagram. It was so nice hanging out with all of you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!